Hi, I'm Chuck Larson, the Director of Training Support here at Visionary. We're at ISE 2025, and we're showing some of our new products that we have here. I'm going to start here with this one, which is our D5000. This is a lower featured decoder, so it's a lower cost decoder. It has HDMI out and RS-232 for control only. So if you're not using USB, if you're not using audio or using GPIO, you don't necessarily have to pay for those, and we can have a lower cost decoder to come in, so at a lower price point than a D5100, also lower price point than any of the 4 series decoders. We are also introducing here, which is our wall plate decoder. So we now have a decoder in a wall plate form factor. So we can now install this into a wall, and you won't have to try and mount a decoder to the back of the display from there. So we can do up to 4K 6444. It has RS-232 for control. It also has 2 USB-C ports that are USB 2.0, so we can connect in webcams, keyboard and mice, touchscreens, these types of things to get that USB 2.0 across for our KVM extensions. The other thing that we're showing here is our new wall plate encoder. This encoder has a USB-C port on it as well. This USB-C port is DisplayPort Alt Mode In, which is basically HDMI over USB-C connector. And it will also take that USB 2.0 from the decoder side and bring that out. So we can have bidirectional audio and video here using USB and DisplayPort Alt Mode. This one comes in with a Bluetooth and without Bluetooth. Then the one that I'm most excited about is our XB5 conferencing bridge, which is this one right here. One of the most common requests that we get in the conferencing or education spaces is for BYOD. They're looking for a single USB-C cable connection that's going to provide charging for the laptop, data connection for the laptop, and bidirectional audio and video. We've been able to do this previously, but we would use encoders, decoders, docking stations, and a bunch of cables to make that all work. We could provide it, but it was a complex solution. So now we're taking the complexity out of it, and we've put all of that functionality into this XB5. The XB5 here runs on PoE Plus power, so it's powered off PoE Plus. It's got a gigabit Ethernet connector. This is how we're going to provide our wired network connection to the USB device from there. We have 2 different USB-C ports. This first port is for power, so we can have an external power supply that we can use to inject power into this, so we can provide up to 100 watts of charging capability. Then the second USB port is what connects to the laptop and goes from there. Here in this demo station, we're actually using this and showing this whole workflow. So this is basically to simulate like a podium type of setup, but we're exposing the entire workflow for you. So what we're seeing on the screen right here is the extended desktop from this laptop. But the only connections that I have to this laptop right now currently is a USB-C, single USB-C cable. I'm sending the signal from this laptop over USB-C to the conferencing bridge. It then encodes that signal, sends it across the network as an AV stream so that I can receive it from the decoder here. It comes out the HDMI from the decoder to the display. I also have my Stream Deck and my USB camera connected to the USB ports of that same decoder. So I'm taking that USB data, sending it back across the network the opposite direction to the conferencing bridge as a USB extension. And then these USB peripherals are available from that USB-C cable back on the PC itself as well. In addition, if we look up here, I'm receiving our multi-viewer AV stream that I'm bringing in. So I've tuned this conferencing bridge to an AV stream on the network, have brought that in, and that is also available to the laptop over this single USB-C cable. So we've got charging, we've got data connectivity, bidirectional audio and video right here from the single USB-C cable. This conferencing bridge can take any of the audio that it receives and it can transmit onto the Dante network as Dante or AES-67 audio. We can also take Dante or AES-67 audio and receive that into the device as well. So let's say I'm using OBS here as like a codec, but let's say it's this Team or Zoom that's there. I'm on a call, all the audio from the far end that's coming in, I'm transmitting onto the network and I'm listening distributed through your distributed audio. I can also take whatever microphones are in the room being processed from a DSP, send that back to the conferencing bridge to go out the USB to then go to the far end from there. So OBS here I'm using to show that we're bringing in both workflows simultaneously over one cable, both AV over IP and USB over IP. At our other demo station we have over here, we have another USB camera connected to a different decoder. So if I want to select that decoder, I can open my sources here. All of my available sources show up. I can select that other camera, and now I'm able to matrix all of the USB peripherals just like they were in AV stream. So I can sit there and actually the user that was sitting there that has this in their codec can select between whatever camera source they would want and whatever audio source that they would like. If you would like more information, go ahead, please visit our website, visionary-av.com.